Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. Let me describe a situation and you tell me if this sounds familiar. You're doing your job, keeping your head down, getting solid feedback from your manager, but there's someone on your team and lately their behavior feels off. They start showing up to meetings you weren't expecting them at. They ask questions about your work, a lot of questions. They jump in to help, even when you didn't ask. And then the comments start. Your job doesn't seem that hard. I could totally do what you do if I had the time. At first, it's subtle, but then you start to wonder, are they trying to take my job? If you've been in this position or you're in it right now, you're not alone. It's a frustrating, awkward dynamic. And today, I'm going to help you handle it with professionalism, confidence, and rock solid boundaries. All right, so let's get started. Before we talk about what to do, let's talk about why this happens. Because here's the twist, it isn't always about you. Sometimes it's jealousy, sometimes it's ambition that crosses the line, and sometimes it's insecurity masked as helpfulness. I've had two friends in the past year go through this exact thing. It started with offhand comments. Your job looks fun. That seems pretty easy. That's rude, by the way. And then it escalates slowly until they realized this coworker wasn't just curious, they were plotting quietly, strategically, trying to prove they could do the job better and trying to make you look like the weak link. The key to handle this situation, don't take the bait. Don't take it personally because once you understand their motivation, you can stop internalizing and start strategizing. Step one, protect your reputation. Before anything else, protect your credibility. This is your armor. Here's how: document your work, track your wins, your progress, and your metrics. Create a paper trail that speaks for you. You should already be doing this anyway, by the way. Follow up in writing. After meetings or project discussions, send a quick recap email. It doesn't have to be formal, just enough to clarify your role and decisions. Speak up with clarity. If someone interrupts you in a meeting or speaks over you, thanks. I'll finish my point. Then we can come back to yours. This isn't about being defensive. It's about making sure your impact is visible, even when someone else is trying to blur the lines. Step two, set boundaries without drama. If this person keeps stepping into your lane, it's time for a direct but respectful conversation. Try something like this. Hey, I noticed you've been jumping in on a few of my projects. I'd love to make sure we're aligned on roles so we don't overlap or confuse the team. You're not accusing, you're clarifying. If that doesn't work, loop in your manager, but frame it around clarity, not complaints. I want to make sure we're all aligned on responsibilities so everything runs smoothly. Notice you're not tattling, you're protecting your role. Step three, focus on your growth, not their moves. When someone's coming for your job, it is tempting to obsess over what they're doing. Again, don't fall into that trap. Instead, take on stretch assignments, grow your visibility with senior leaders, ask for feedback, and keep refining your edge. Because here's the truth, if they're focused on you and you're focused on your growth, you're already ahead. You got this role for a reason, and no one can take your growth from you unless you let them. Now, let's talk about when this isn't just an annoying coworker. Let's talk about the ones playing the long game. I had a client who called it empire building, and I loved that. That's when someone sees the workplace as a chessboard and they're quietly trying to control as many pieces as possible, not because they care about the work, but because they care about power. If you are dealing with someone like that, you need to play tough, professionally, but tough. Here's what to do. Document everything, save emails, note incidents, record dates, look for patterns. Are they undermining your authority, stealing credit, creating confusion about who owns what, bring it to your manager, not as a complaint, but as a career conversation. I've noticed some challenges around project ownership, and I want to be sure my responsibilities and growth opportunities are protected. Can we clarify expectations moving forward? Be clear. For this project, I'm the lead. If anyone challenges that, I plan to assert my ownership. You're not asking permission, you're setting the tone. I mentioned this before. This same client figured out that his colleague was trying to make his job redundant so she could get rid of him. He documented everything, looped in his boss, and made his case. He saved his job and proved that this colleague was really working against the organization for her own advantage. And she was eventually let go. So, this framework will work. You just have to be strategic about it. At the end of the day, you can't control what other people do, but you can control how you protect your peace and progress and your power. Stand tall, set boundaries, let your work speak, and make sure it's heard. All right, so that's it for my video on how to deal with a coworker who wants your job. Have you ever dealt with a coworker like this? Someone quietly trying to move in on your role? What worked for you? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.